Hey guys, welcome to Europa Universalis Part 3, or aka the start of the real actual campaign. Because I just need to learn the game, okay? And it seems like, we're all learning the game together when it comes to that. Also, again, somehow this set the game mode to thing again. Now we're just about to go to missions. Economy walkthrough. That's yes, true. We're going to dive a bit deeper into the economy of Europa Universalis 5, starting with its foundation. Wait. Okay, no, I decided I don't want to do this. Politics. Yeah, okay. Deep to society. Cool. Cool. In this panel, you can view and access the more people-oriented aspects of your country. The population entry in the top bar shows you how many people currently live in your country, as well as how much that value fluctuates month over month. Your population is divided into pops, groups of people of the same culture, religion, and social class living in the same location. As we already saw, every social class support one specific state. On top of that, pops have a level of literacy, a level of pop satisfaction, and both food and pop needs that they would demand from their market. Satisfaction of your pops depends on various factors like how regarded their culture and religion are within your country, and also on the state satisfaction of their respective estates. When the satisfaction of a pop drops too low, they will seek to support a rebellion. Learn more about rebels in the Rebels Hint. Yeah, I don't think I need to, but I'm pretty sure rebels are bad. Culture tab. You know what? Let's like. Okay, no. I got scared. Okay, I feel, yeah, let's. Nope, that's too fast. Okay. Okay, that's good. No, I need. Fuck. I'm sorry. Sheesh. Ah, I lost my bloody place. Pops belong to a culture with low cultural status, which Germany has much lower cultural satisfaction, and will contribute fewer levies. You can increase the cultural status of cultures in your realm by allocating cultural capacity. Lastly, pops in your country will assimilate to your primary culture based on different factors, the most important being the difference between your cultural influence of your primary culture and the cultural tradition of theirs. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Kindred. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. One of the most important tools at your disposal to increase the cultural influence of your primary culture are works of art. Huh. Works of art are artifacts created by artists in your country. For instance, a painter may produce a painting or a writer might create a novel. When a work of art is created, an amount of cultural influence will be granted to your primary culture. Once created, it will continue to provide you with benefits to the cultural tradition of your primary culture, as well as a monthly bonus to your prestige based on art quality. Prestige is another one of the stats you can track on the top bar. Wait, where is it? Would it be the... No, that's legitimacy. Where's prestige? 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 Stability? Where's prestige? That's stability. Where's prestige? Oh. There it is. Wait, why is it going down? Wait, due to fault maintenance? Really? Wait. Fine, let's decrease that to 0.5. Actually, wait, why is this automated? I didn't say to automate this. Oh, it's because I manually did it in the tutorial, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, yep. How do we stop prestige decay? Okay. A high-level procedure hobby with diplomacy and integration. Besides culture, the other defining trait of pops is their religion. Let's go to the religionists tab next. Okay. You spend religious influence to interact with your religion in a variety of ways, depending on the specific faith of your country. Similar to culture, all religions in a country also have an associated religious status. Let's take a pick of characters next. Head over to the characters tab. In the course of your game, you will need to interact with a number of different characters, individuals of prominence whom you can employ for various roles. In this tab, you can see a list of all characters present in your court and their current role. Characters have abilities that will determine their efficiency at performing the different roles. Admin ability, Diplo ability, and military ability. On top of the three base abilities, characters may develop specific traits and make them better at specific tasks. Characters also belong to a specific estate, and some will belong to a renowned dynasty. You can also right-click on the character name or portrait anywhere in the game to open the context menu. I've already seen the use of artists in your court, but the most important character by far will be your ruler. Let's visit the government tab again to glance to the noble art of governance. This is your ruler, your most important character. The abilities of your ruler have a significant impact on your country. You can check your effects by hovering over them. In this overview, you can see your consort, heir, and regent if you have any of these roles. Yeah, that's intriguing. Yep. Speaking of important characters, let's discuss one of the most powerful tools you have to rule your country, your cabinet. That's your cabinet. It consists of several cabinet seats, which can be filled by characters who will serve as cabinet members. You can task your cabinet members with a variety of cabinet actions, such as increase province control or develop province. Cabinet actions rely on one of three abilities. The abilities of your ruler and the cabinet member assigned to take out the action will influence the impact of the action. For instance, an action like change societal values will progress faster if the diplomatic ability of the cabinet member assigned to it is high. The overall cabinet efficiency of your country will affect the speed and efficiency of the action. Okay. Every country is different. The nature of your country politics would depend first and foremost on your government type. As a monarchy, the functioning of your country already differs from some of your neighbors in very key aspects. On top of that, the nature and political structure of any country is highly dependent on the setup of its governmental reforms, privileges, and laws. Modifying any of these three usually comes with a great stability cost. Let us see what they are, starting with the already familiar States subtab. Your government reforms are one of the most defining features of your country. They often have very impactful effects, so setting them up should be one of the first things you do when starting a game. Yeah, already got one. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Noble patronage of the arts. That sounds cool. Several prominent families within the nobility taken to sponsoring poets, painters, and scholars in their courts and villas. While some may see this as vanity, such patronage often gives rise to bold new schools of thought and expression, or in exchange with more influence within the court. Is this like increase of estate power like flat or? I don't know, man. Like, I don't get this modifier. Is it plus 25% to estate power flat? Or like, what does this mean? Government reforms cost stability to revoke and take a long time to implement. Choose them with care. We've already discussed privileges when we talked about estates and top of their effects on estate satisfaction and estate power. Privileges can also have very fundamental consequences on how your country is played. Opening, enabling their new possibilities, putting limits to your freedom of action. Lastly, every country starts with a different set of laws. Move over to the laws sub-tab on the country tab. Laws exist in several categories and allow you to modify your country. Each very law contains a number of possible policies to choose from. For instance, you might want to have the no censorship as an active policy for the censorship law. This will have a variety of effects, some negative and some positive. How fast you can change a policy depends on your legislative efficiency. Okay. Let's see. Censorship limited. Hmm. And I think these are, yeah. Huh? Wait, what? What's on law? Levy law. Inclusive levies or noble levies. Hmm. Feel like Central Council. Oh wait, we don't have enough. Yeah, never mind. Can't really change any laws. I never really. Yeah, we only have 30, and we only have 0.1 coming in per month. Border controls, martial society, education of the masses, mining law, versus mode distribution. Okay, we've already done that. Yeah. State laws, distribution of power. Hmm. Now you can enact governmental reforms, laws, and privileges in your country at will, as long as you can assume the stability cost. But some things do not change overnight, and societies are insidiously slow to adapt to new legislation. To represent the more structural idiosyncrasies of your country and people, we have societal values. So let's take a look at them. Ah. Societal values of a country represent the deeper customs of its population, the secular inertia of its institutions, and the imprint of the character of their inhabitants. They change slowly over time, adapting to the nature of the laws. Reforms, privileges, laws, and specific actions you take during your ruling will cause different societal values to slowly drift toward a target value. For instance, granting certain privileges to your country's nobility will push your country toward aristocracy. I'm kind of starting to hate that word. Yeah, we're probably always going to be naval. Traditional economy. Very communal. Yeah, I think all the Scandinavian countries have been very communal. Leveraging the power of the crown against the other states is one of the cornerstones of ruling in Europa Universalis 5. The crown power depends mainly on the average control of all your locations and is reduced by the privileges of your estates. Many governmental reforms, laws, and societal values affected it as well. Keeping crown power high is extremely important. Not only does it increase cabinet efficiency and your own support during parliament, but it also determines the percentage of your trade income that flows directly into your treasury. But not all politics happen inside our realm. Let's cover diplomacy next. Starting the relations tab in the diplomacy panel. No matter how powerful you grow, you need to engage in diplomacy if you want to survive through the ages, as you will need to sign alliances to protect against your enemies, or negotiate for peace after a long war. There are important things to consider here. You will need to spend diplomats to perform diplomatic actions with other countries, like improve relations, fabricate spy networks, or declare wars. You can see your current diplomats on the top. There we are. We have 5 at the moment. Having diplomatic treaties with other countries like an alliance or a subject taking up an amount of diplomatic capacity. You can increase your available diplomatic capacity by spending ducats from the budget panel. Okay, cool. Okay, that's the Catholic Church. Swedish-Norwegian Union. Oh, we're not even the senior partner. It's the Union of Okay. Well, that's probably why we have such a sucky king. Can I not? Oh, I can't. I can't declare any laws because I'm not the... Okay. That makes sense. See what we can do. Let's do a little bit of a covert action. Oh, can't do any. Like, we can just buy locations? Okay, that has the... Okay, that has the same tooltip. Yeah, that's a bit of a bug. I just want to... Can I actually... Really? Hang on. Go away. Dude, we can actually just buy That is so hilarious. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I find it hilarious that, like, that's like an option. You just buy and sell, like, regions. It's kind of hilarious. Influence. No, we can't do that. Actually, no, we don't. I don't think we want to do anything because we technically don't have any army, do we? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I thought we have Iceland. West food access. Spy network. Actually, no, let's do that by, like, the domains we actually... Oh, no, that is the least amount of domain. Yeah, let's... Wait, how much opinion do they have of us? Wait, how does this work? Okay, that's their opinion toward us, and that's our opinion toward them. Okay. What does he go up to? Uh... Hmm. Hmm. I don't necessarily want to declare war. Oh, they're a subject of Sweden. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I didn't know they was subject of Sweden. Fuck. Alright. Okay. All the countries you've discovered. By default, it will be filtered so you can only see countries within your Diplo range. This is also a good place to see Great Power Score. If your Great Power Score is among the highest in the world, you are considered a great power, which will allow you to exert more influence over your neighbors. International organizations. From here, you can view all the international organizations in the world. Among them are organizations like the Holy Roman Empire or the Catholic Church, or personal unions. Which actions are available to you within international organizations depends you're a part of, depends on the organization itself as well as any special status you hold within it. Hmm. Take a moment to talk about foreign countries. Go ahead and click on the country on the map to open the panel. From here, you can see an overview of a foreign country, including its ruler. The Diplomacy tab resembles the current relations section we discussed earlier. It shows things like allies, rivals, and subjects. Now let's take a look at the highlighted diplomacy card, which shows wonders for quick access to common diplomatic actions, such as improving opinion or currying favors. From the diplomatic actions tab, we can take a variety of different diplomatic actions, since we navigated here by selecting country on the map. That specified country is already pre-selected. There are many different diplomatic actions you can take, some of which are only applicable in certain circumstances. If you want to deal with other countries peacefully, there are 3 things you should be concerned about: opinion, trust, and favors. For now, let's try using the improved relations action. Where is it? Oh, improve opinion. Improved relations affection does not have an immediate effect, so slowly increasing opinion over the course of months and years. Okay, cool. Check out missions. Government tab. Missions. Missions are packages of tasks that will give you some guidance on what exactly it is you can do in Europa Universalis 5. This game is big, and there are many things to learn. That is part of the fun. You just completed the Politics Playstyle intro, which means you have access to missions that will help you deep dive into how you can utilize all these panels and mechanics we just talked about. To ease into what comes next, we have a few missions prepared to help you get started. Capable cabinet. Wait, what's this? Okay, start mission. Nice, you have a few missions that are accessible to you within the missions tab. Once you finish all missions for your playstyle, you'll be prompted to take a walkthrough similar to this one for another playstyle. Oh, dude. Okay. Create a tablet. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've done this. Head of the cabinet. Okay. Who's the most amount of... Oh, we like the gold. Okay. Let's just keep that ticking on. Okay, good. The hotkeys are the same. How much is it? 40... It's 41. Wait, I thought we... Did we not... I thought we did. Uh... What do we want? That seems important. Oh, it's been okay. Wait. Am I supposed to know which one's been researched and not? Been researched. Ah, here we go. Then guilds. Then scholasticism. Then peasant connections. The master masons. Cool. Hmm. No. Okay, no, that doesn't work. I feel like we need to build spy network. Wait, hang on. Which one's my rival? I can't remember. Oh, I didn't know that. All right. Embassy. Lol. Let's... Let's have one in Scotland, I think. Balliol. Sure. Why not? Spy on both sides. Ooh. This is that dynamic music they were talking about. Oh, this is cool. Have one in, yep, here. Yep. Ah, this must be when it triggers. In the year 1337, tensions between the King of England and the Kingdom of France have reached a breaking point. The long-standing disputes over territory and claims to the French throne have erupted into open hostilities, marking the beginning of the Hundred Years' War. Both nations are now preparing for a protracted conflict that will shape the destiny of Western Europe. The world watches as these two great powers prepare for their inevitable clash in the battlefield. Yep, the Hundred Years' War was a long and brutal conflict between England and France that lasted from 1337 to 1453. It started when the English king claimed the French crown, arguing his right through his mother's bloodline, while the French rejected this under their own laws. Both sides already had overlapping territory in France, which only fueled the fire. What followed was a prolonged on-and-off war filled with battles, betrayals, and shifting alliances that dragged on for over a century and shifted the geopolitical landscape of Western Europe forever. This will hopefully be over quickly. I mean, what do you mean, hopefully? We have no stake in this war. I mean, we're only doing it because it's funny. Okay, I think we should, like, decrease diplomatic spending to... Yeah. Valanga and Kirkenes is now a part of our patrimony. We shall defend them to the last drop of peasant blood. Okay. Oh, that's the two up here. Okay, cool. Yeah, Kirkenes, these two. Okay, cool. I didn't know they were part of it before. Oh. shit. Smallpox. This isn't good. Okay. What do I do? Smallpox. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, why notify me about it? Mate, that's not cool. So my gravel road is, well, partly finished. It's a very slow game. Location of Atla. Okay, cool. Oh wait, is that the road? Oh. The expected privileges of the nobility come additional duties. They expect to serve the army as officers and true gentlemen. Maybe the best should lead. Yeah, quality. Yeah. What was that noise? Oh yeah. Diplomat. Right. Cancel. It's a little bit too, I'll just leave these two. Oh wait, hang on. So 41, right? Yeah. Promotes the head of cabinet. Cool. Cabinet efficiency. I have absolutely no idea what I'm aiming for in this playthrough. Absolutely none. But we'll work it out as we go, I guess. I think I just want to be profitable first off, I think. I just want to improve my economy. Like my interior economy, so we don't have to rely on anything else outside. I guess it's like first off, I guess. Anyway, if you're keen for this series, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back next week for more of this. Whatever this is. I'm excited. A little bit overwhelming, but I'm excited nonetheless. Anyway. I hope I can catch you next week. Stay tuned for Ghost of Tsushima, and then my rant. Yes. Yeah. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. I've been Purist, signing off.